My name is James, and today I want to share with you a true and powerful story. How I learned English just by listening to stories. This method changed my life, and I believe it can help you too. When I first started learning English, I struggled a lot. I couldn't understand movies. I couldn't speak with people, and I was afraid to make mistakes. I even thought that maybe English was just too hard for me. I studied grammar, I memorized word lists, and I tried to read textbooks. But nothing worked. I was bored, confused, and frustrated. I felt like I was wasting my time. One day, everything changed. I found a short English story on YouTube. It was called The Wise Old Man, a simple moral story with slow, clear narration. I listened to it once. I didn't understand every word, but I loved it. I listened to that story again and again. With each time, I understood more. I didn't study the grammar. I didn't take notes. I just listened and enjoyed the story. And something amazing happened. My English started to improve. I realized that stories were powerful. They helped me relax, enjoy the language, and remember things more easily. I didn't feel like I was studying. I felt like I was living the language. So I made a decision. I would stop memorizing grammar rules, and instead, I would listen to English stories every day. And that's exactly what I did. At first, I chose simple stories, fairy tales, children's books, and beginner-level audio stories. I listened while walking, cooking, or even before sleeping. Slowly, my listening improved. I started to recognize common phrases like, "Once upon a time," he said, and "they went." I also learned how sentences were structured, naturally, without studying grammar. After a few weeks, I noticed something new. I could speak better. Words came to me faster. My pronunciation improved. I felt more confident when I spoke to others. Stories gave me not just vocabulary, but also rhythm, emotion, and real-life examples of English. I wasn't learning textbook English. I was learning real, living English. As I grew more confident, I moved to longer stories. I listened to English podcasts, short novels, and even biographies of famous people. I enjoyed every minute. Sometimes I didn't understand everything. That's okay. I didn't stop the audio or look in the dictionary. I just kept listening. Over time, the words that once confused me became clear. Listening to stories gave me something no grammar book ever could: motivation. I wanted to listen every day. I wanted to know what happened next in the story. That's how I stayed consistent. After 6 months of daily listening, my friends started to notice. They asked, "James, how is your English so much better?" I just smiled and said, "I listen to stories." I even started telling stories in English myself. First to myself, then to my friends, and later even on YouTube. Telling stories helped me speak more naturally and build confidence. One of my favorite techniques was to shadow the storyteller. I would repeat each sentence after the speaker. This helped improve my accent and speaking speed. I also learned to listen actively. That means I didn't just hear the words. I imagined the scenes. I felt the emotions of the characters. I connected with the story. I believe that stories work because they are how humans naturally learn. As children, we learn our first language through stories, songs, and conversations, not by studying grammar charts. Learning through stories is natural, fun, and powerful. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to listen every day, enjoy the journey, and let your brain absorb the language. Today, I can watch English movies without subtitles. I can have conversations with native speakers. I can read books and write in English too, all because I listen to stories. And now, I share stories with others, just like I'm doing with you. Because I believe that everyone can learn English, no matter their age, background, or country. If you want to follow the same path, start small. Pick a short English story. Listen to it many times. Don't worry if you don't understand everything. Just enjoy it. Make listening to English stories a habit. Do it while eating, walking, or relaxing. You will see improvement, slowly at first, then suddenly. My name is James, and that's how I learned English. Not through rules, but through stories. And I hope you will join me on this journey. Because your story in English is just beginning. Please subscribe, like, and share this video.